I found myself in segment 1 6 years ago, sort of to appease my relentlessly badgering dad. And I said I'd try a segment, so I came up with the time and the money, and I took one. And I knew enough then to realize that you were a master teacher. And I knew enough that if you found a master teacher, even if it wasn't a subject you had ever thought about learning, if it was tango or if it was, cutting sushi, take it. And so I kept coming back, and, it was just the profundity of the work. I found it very moving, but I for years I didn't have a real intention of doing anything with it out in the world, except for myself. And then I started, but I was very interested in learning it and being good at it. And then I think it was in the children's mastery that I found I really liked working with children. I found it just everything. It was inspiring to me. But I did a lot. I was an actor. I made a movie or two. I take pictures. I sculpt. I started to do ABM, and I think it kind of improved everything. But I realized, in some sense, even though I'm building a practice, I come to support staff. I talk to Marcy. I do what I can. I felt that in some ways I was a dilettante, and sort of maybe a dilettante in everything in my life, that I'm really interested in learning how to do something, but never quite figured out how to make it work. And I got a minute, so I'm going to be fast here. I was giving a lesson to the first boy I worked with, and I worked with him for years, and he had a really traumatic year in the hospital, sort of in the middle, that set him way back. And it was a month or two ago, and I got so mad in a lesson. And it wasn't mad at him, and it wasn't so mad at me. And it was significant because I almost never get mad in my life. But there was so much heat. I wanted to help more than I was. And I wanted to be able to make a change. And it sort of came with an inspiration that I think it was one of the best lessons I ever gave him of a sort of a new demand. But I just had this fire, like, I'm ready to not try to be good at this. I'm ready to do whatever I have to do to make this work and to make the changes that I see everybody make and that I'm so inspired by. So, and I feel like I'm inspired to take that in my whole life. So, thank everybody here and all the stories and our fantastic master teachers.
I just was going to look at this amazing, he said that he was inspired from the training and my teaching. Isn't that beautiful? If you can see that far. Maybe a camera can get it. Here we go. It's underwater. He took the picture underwater. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, thank you. Love it. Imagine what you'll do with targeted passion if you can do that with just talent, so to speak. Yeah.